new roof on it. They've reglazed the windows and kept the inside, although the inside is in really rough shape, the exterior has been upkept. The only minor item we're going to have to fix is repointing of the brick exterior, but other than that, the exterior was kept up on purpose because we planned on renovating the building. So structurally it's in good shape. Currently the renovations are basically a almost total regut of the inside of the building. We will bring back about 2/3 of the first floor back to its historic type of renovation. The other third will be refinished from what used to be possibly, I think it was used as servant quarters and then bedrooms at one time. That will be renovated to restrooms. But 2/3 of the first floor will have refinished floors as originally built. It will have, the gallery area will have refinished exactly how it was originally designed. We have a large donation that came in from the Spinola family, and they have donated money to have the art gallery named after them. The second floor will be a regut. Everything will be pulled out, walls torn down, re-insulated, new walls, ceilings. In one portion will have a cathedral ceiling in place of the existing ceiling, so it'll make the room appear larger. The current plan through the Vice Chancellor and the Chancellor's office is for the Dean of Arts and Sciences, currently Dean Charlie Carroll, will be in an office in here along with his administrative staff. The cost estimate for renovations of this building run about 1.5, 1.6 million. Okay. It's 9,000 square feet, and some of the costs that make it, some of the reasons that make it expensive is because we're not tearing the building down and starting new, but we're working with delicate finishes of a historic nature which tend to cost more, but because the building has a historic value and it's special on campus, it's a unique building, we are making the effort to make this building, bring it back up to its glory of the past.
Construction to restore this historical building will begin this year, and the building will be handicap accessible. But no matter who you ask, the main goal in this project is to preserve a semblance of the past and the history of the UMass Lowell campus.
During the 21st century, Lowell's implemented a new master plan for the rejuvenation of the aged city. In looking at the master plan, we found many positive benefits for the city's future, but we're left wondering what some of the negative aspects might be for its long-standing residents.
Downtown master plan now can actually be divided into, in my opinion, 3 parts. In the Jackson-Appleton Street area, we're looking at, it was actually approved by the state. It's known as an urban revitalization district, and it calls for new housing, calls for new commercial retail space. The other dealing with all of the residential development that is now happening in the downtown. And then the third is the Hamilton Canal District. All 3 are vitally important to the city.
The manufacturing base continues to shrink. The percent of economic activity that's going on in manufacturing, which used to pay a wage on average a good bit higher than service work, has been shrinking. The future of Lowell is going to, like other places, is going to more depend on office type work. Some technology kind of work. The university is involved now in a couple of areas, biotechnology, nanotechnology, that may have some impacts. Neither one of those areas generates lots of jobs. I see, like most of the country, more polarization. That is to say, people who will have more income and more education, more professional training will continue to do better, as they have for the last 15, 20 years, and the people with less education and less job experience and so on are going to continue to do worse.
if steps aren't taken to try to figure out the good question that you're raising, you're going to end up sort of with two Lowells. You're going to end up with a gentrified area in the downtown where they've made the arts and entertainment district, and where a lot of the mill space has been given over to condominium development. It creates this difficult situation, which is compounded by the fact that in the master plan and in this strategy, there's not enough attention being paid to trying to figure out how you're going to find decent jobs for people, so that the people who have lived in Lowell all their lives actually can find work that's going to allow them to even remotely afford what's happening as property taxes go up and as rental values go up. The economy, in terms of jobs, has shifted dramatically away from the sorts of well-paying work that had been here for the last 35 or 40 years. And at the same time as that's happening, Lowell, and not just Lowell, but lots of other cities around like Lowell, are placing their development future in luring people who are pretty well off but want to escape Boston because it's too expensive to live there. They can sell something in Boston and live in Lowell and live like a king or a queen. But meanwhile, all these people that were the backbone of Lowell and of the Merrimack River Valley are increasingly at risk because again, the kind of well-paying jobs they did are gone.
After discussing the prospects of the plan with a city council member and two experts of economic development, we found that the master plan may indeed have some negative effects. Our research showed that Lowell's future may not contain new employment opportunities for its current residents, but may instead become a residential area for more affluent people.
Lowell has been trying for a long time to attract a higher income resident, and they have been building condominiums, subsidizing developers to build, and arranging for the building themselves, helping to put together financing and so on. In fact, we're not adding to the affordable housing, and we are creating higher priced housing, which increases property values generally. It's a squeeze that will end up pushing people to places like Lawrence, which are even in worse economic shape than the poorer areas of Lowell.
There certainly could be more vision in terms of how could public-private partnerships work, how could there be ways to think about, you know, how to attract better jobs into the city, how to retain companies. All of that needs to be done.
We're well on our way to making downtown have a more residential feel, and with that the master plan is calling for new retail, more restaurants, more opportunities for residents that live in the downtown to go to the theater, museums, and really participate in the cultural activities that Lowell has to offer as well. I was joking with someone the other day that I came downtown on Saturday night to go to dinner, and I ended up going to 3 restaurants before I could actually get in on Saturday night. So, again, and I think that's positive for Lowell. I think that that Lowell is becoming a destination city.